Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about a new survival knife from Gillis Blades. So stay tuned. Alright, so first I want to knock out a little bit of the specs on this bad boy, and then we're going to get to beating the crap out of this thing because I am very curious to see what it can do. First, you got about a hair over 5-inch blade, but about a 4.5-inch cutting edge, made out of D2 steel. It is 8 millimeters thick, so get a look at that. Full tang, which is about 0.315 inches wide. It does have wood handle scales. I'm not sure what kind of wood, but looks like brass pins in there. As you can see, a lanyard hole and a very sharp point on here, part of the full tang. It is very comfortable to hold. Fits perfectly in the hands, even with this big around. Yeah, it's really comfortable. There's his logo right here. I believe he's on Facebook, so you'll be able to check him out there. A little bit of jimping on the spine here, and it is very functional. Your thumb does really lock into it. Weighs 14 ounces, I believe it was, and with the sheath, which I'll show you here, altogether 1 pound 4 ounces, but that's with the fire still, and I have a little tiny light my fire in here, as you can see there. So cool little setup, cool pouch, nice leather sheath, got his logo right here, and as you can see, your belt loops go there. It is a very thick, durable leather. Feels really nice, got good rivets in it holding it together, really thick along this portion, as you will see. Obviously a fire steel holder right there, and retention is good from what I've seen of it so far. I mean, you're gonna have a little bit of noise, but it's in there good. So so far, all of these things, just the initial inspection of it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. I mean, normally a blade in D2 steel at this size, I mean, that's gonna run you high dollar. I'm probably saying at least $300. What I believe is this guy's wanting to test out a new line, and so they're going to be offering these probably about 100 or a little more. So for a survival knife in D2 steel, I mean, you just can't go wrong with that. I mean, that's just insane, right? But it's only insane if it can perform. So let me get the camera set up, and we're going to get to seeing what this thing can take and what it's capable of, all at the same time. All right, stay tuned. All right, so for a survival knife, in my opinion, one of the main characteristics that it needs to do is it needs to be able to baton. Also on top of that, you're also going to be looking at chopping, because obviously you should, if you're considering it a survival knife, you're considering it to be in a one-tool option, right? Now this is a very thick piece of cedar. It is basically as wide as, or as long as the blade, or as wide as the blade is long. So let's get to pounding on this bad boy and see what happens. Good. I can keep it in there. There we go. Alright, so that was no issue. Now you got a little bit smaller, make it a little easier. Alright, so huge piece of cedar, goes right through it. Let's just do a quick edge check to see. Wouldn't expect it to hurt the edge much. Yeah, looks like it'll get some feather sticks going. Alright, so beat it through the wood, but if you need to split it in a different manner, you can try it differently. Splits that in half. Alright, so not bad for splitting wood at all. Let's try it this way with the tip down. See what happens to that tip, if anything. Well, it just pretty much splits the wood. Alright, let's try. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start chopping. Obviously this thing is about 2 inches thick. Kind of give you a reference here. So I would imagine that would probably take a while, but I just really want to see what effect it has on the tree while chopping, if any. And of course, got to check out the edge after that happens. Now with the weight of this, I would expect it to be able to chop. Alright, so probably see the pieces flying off. Let me move you up closer here so you'll get a look at how far we went in with just that little bit. Just stabbed it in up there. So, alright, so if you've been keeping up the channel, on this same log I did a stab test and actually broke the tip off of a different knife. But as you can see, this edge, or this tip, is really thick. So I'm very curious to see how this holds up to stabbing and prying. And it just buries right in here. Still good so far. Yeah. That'll get you some prying done for sure. And the tip, still there. Give you a little look at kind of the damage it did. Get off of just the tip. Put that kind of weight on it. I could do just a fingertip. So, kind of, so if you had to hang something off of it that was heavy, or yourself, I don't know if y'all can see my feet getting off the ground. Right? For hanging stuff, or putting two things together. Curious, there you go. Now, if you're ever in a survival situation and you need to break bricks, will this tip do that? Only one way to find out. Or at least let's just see if it'll hold up in case you had to hit it. you can break bricks with it. And any damage? Not a lick. Still sharp. Still good to go. Chipped a little bit of wood on the handle, just a hair, but I can sand that out. And in a survival situation, that really wouldn't matter. But normally don't expect people to have to break bricks either. But that's a strong piece of brick, or strong palm. All right, so I guess the next question is, will it strike the fire steel? Yep, got no issues with that, boy. Now normally the ones I carry are a lot bigger. I stopped using ones these size a long time ago. Just because the big ones are a lot easier, but hopefully you can see that's plenty of sparks. So with a high carbon steel tool still like D2, I would expect nothing less, just as long as you have that 90-degree spine. All right, so what are my thoughts on the first initial testing phase? I think this bad boy is going to be a winner. I mean, it'll chop, stab, pry, baton, feather stick, carve, and even hold your own body weight and break a brick. So only time will tell. I'm going to be continuing to do more testing with this, but I kind of just wanted to get this out to show at least what the initial testing phase would be like, and the durability of it so far. And I'll do another update in about another month or so, just to let you know how it's continued to hold up. But I mean, for right now, let's just go ahead and give you a tip to butt, slow look at it. I mean, it's held up tremendously under the abuse I put it through today. So yeah, I think I'm gonna highly recommend this one. I think this would be a good idea. I think it'd be a great purchase. So definitely look up Gillis Blades on Facebook and Omega Survival Supply. Thank you guys for sending that out. I mean, that was incredibly cool of you. I was truly honored when you contacted me to ask me to do this for you. And man, it has been fun. The only downside I can see, and this would be the same for any knife of this size. If you're not used to using a knife of this size, this can fatigue your hand some just because of the weight of it. But I mean, as you can see, the handles are really rounded, very smooth, except for I chipped the wood from beating it on a brick. So extremely comfortable in hand, and that's with any grip that you have. So yeah, gets 2 thumbs up from me, guys. I think this is a winner. I like the sheath. I think some people may probably want like a dangler or something that would ride vertically, but the scout carry works perfect. You will, if you're going to carry a ferro rod, like this is the Primus, hopefully, yeah, there you go, Primus, there we go. So as you can see, the thickness on that, and this little pouch, I mean, I don't know if he's going to offer this in different sizes, but the little live fire here fits perfect in it. Not sure what else smaller kind of tender you could put in there, but that's what I would put in there, would be tender. But maybe if it was a little bit longer, you'd have a little bit more options. But as it sits, I mean, the leather quality is good. The stitching is really good. I'll kind of give you a rundown here on both sides. Right, so yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a good, affordable option, and by affordable I mean good for a survival knife price. Plus, I mean, you're getting it made here in America, D2 still. I mean, are you kidding me? D2 at that price point? If you don't buy it, oh man, you're just crazy. You can smash anything you want with that. So well, that'd be lethal. You hit somebody with a knife like this, that's gonna be lethal. But you could smash up all kind of vines, nuts, any kind of thing like that. Break glass if you had to, get in and out of something. Use this to tear down a door. A lot of options here, a lot of uses, and a lot of potential. All right, guys, hopefully this will help you. Thanks again, Omega Survival Supply and Gillis Blades. Y'all guys are awesome. And in the meantime, be prepared, have fun.